Hello, America. This is once again Travel Secrets with TV's Dave Galvin. I'm TV's Dave Galvin. This is the only podcast that will give you all the travel advice you need in 10 minutes or less. Yay! Okay, I'm a little late posting today, but you know what? I was admiring my new holiday beard. You like this? I'm growing my winter beard out. It's been growing for 6 months. You can almost tell it's there. Okay, today's episode is cruise mistakes. The little slip-ups, the big uh-ohs, and wow, I really did that moments that can torpedo a perfectly good vacation. And I've seen them all, believe me. Today, I'm going to save you from becoming a cruise ship casualty. Let's dive in. First of all, don't be late to the port. Let's start with this one. If the ship leaves at 4, they don't mean 4:30. Fashionably late doesn't work for cruise ships. They are paying roughly $100,000 per 24-hour period to dock that ship. So they want to leave as close to leaving time as possible to save themselves a little bit of dough. Cruise ships are not Ubers. They won't turn back for you. They don't slow down. They absolutely will leave you on the dock waving like a sad extra in a disaster movie. Fly in the day before. I don't care if I never have delays. Look, if you're that person, I don't care. The universe will love to prove you wrong at some point. Next, packing like you're moving to the ship. Why are people packing like they're relocating to the Bahamas? You don't need 18 outfits for a 7-day cruise. You don't need 6 pairs of shoes. And you definitely don't need 3 jackets because you're not climbing Everest. You can pack light. Laundry exists, and guess what? Nobody on ship is judging your wardrobe. Well, maybe my wardrobe, because I wear a lot of tacky-ass Hawaiian shirts. Most people are too busy trying to find the elevators that aren't always full. The next one, ignoring first-day crowds. Day 1 is an absolute zoo. People are wandering. People are blocking hallways. People trying to figure out how to work the elevators like it's some sort of rocket science. The veteran move is to skip the buffet, but I actually don't prescribe to that personally. I paid a lot of money for this cruise. I'm going to make sure that I gain at least 14 pounds in the next 5 days. But you might consider going to a smaller venue like a park cafe, a solarium bistro, a main dining room, anywhere but the swarm of the buffet. People tend, once they've boarded the ship, to go to 3 different places: a bar, the pool, the buffet. I go to the buffet. I don't drink and I don't really swim that much. I would rather sit on my butt and eat. So I always go straight to the buffet. Maybe I should take my own advice sometime. The next one is not downloading the app. Cruise ships live on their apps today. Schedules is on the app. Dining times on the app. Show reservations, app. Deck plans, app. Your sanity, app. You skip the app and suddenly you're walking around asking strangers, where do I eat, like it's 1998. Forgetting to pre-book the important stuff. Shows, specialty dining, excursions. The good stuff fills up fast. If you wait until you're on board, well, congratulations, you're eating at 9:45 p.m. sitting behind the pole of a theater. It's really bad at the ice skating rink on the Royal Caribbean shows because they have poles everywhere and you're just like, what's happening? I don't know. Did she do a triple Salchow? I don't know. It can be off. Book the big things early, but this is important. Don't book everything early. You need to leave room for some spontaneous fun. The next one is one I always tell people not to do. Do not overschedule your trip. Some people try to make their cruise feel like a military mission. Breakfast at 7, trivia at 8, pool by 9, seminar by 10. Listen, relax. You're on a ship. You're not competing in the Olympics. Build in a chill time. Leave room for naps if you're old like me. Enjoy a random deck chair. And don't turn your vacation into a spreadsheet. Next one, not knowing what's actually included. That's kind of a big mistake, assuming that everything is free. And spoiler, it's not. Specialty restaurants, extra. Premium coffee, extra. Fancy ice cream, extra. Breathing, still free for now, but don't give the cruise lines any ideas. Know what's included so your bill doesn't look like you bought the ship at the end of the cruise. Okay, so the next one I've seen 1,000 times, going broke on beverages. People either buy a drinks package they don't need or skip it entirely, and then end up paying $400 for pina coladas for the whole trip. Be honest with yourself. Do you actually drink enough to make it worth it? And if not, grab the freebies, the water, the tea, the lemonade, the free coffee that tastes like it was brewed by someone who hates caffeine. Just do it. Signing up for the wrong excursion? People do that? What? Not every excursion is worth the price of a small used car. You don't need to book the all-day deluxe platinum mega adventure package for $300 a person. Sometimes the best excursion is simply just wandering around the port, hitting the beach, finding a local restaurant that doesn't serve McNuggets. Look, we went to Costa Maya and we ended up not leaving the port. It turns out there was actually a restaurant/bar there that as long as you ordered food and beverages from them, you could use this swimming pool and this sand area that kind of looked like the beach. It was pretty nice. The food wasn't very good, but it was actually a great way of actually spending the day. The next one, not checking your daily gratuity. Cruise lines will automatically charge you a daily gratuity. Some people don't realize this and tip extra on top of the extra. It's like tipping your server twice because you forgot you did it the first time. Know what you're paying, adjust if needed, and always tip your room attendant. Don't be a cheapskate. Now, here's one that I always do, forgetting sunscreen and then having to buy it on board. On-board sunscreen costs approximately your left kidney. They know you need it. You know you need it. They price it like liquid gold. Bring your own unless you want the SPF 50 that costs more than your cruise fare. I'm not kidding you. All right, here's a rapid fire Rookie Mistake Hall of Fame. Taking the ship towels off the ship and then getting fined for them. It happens. Using your smartphone without airplane mode and getting a bill from outer space. Not hydrating or using sunscreen and turning into a sunburnt raisin. Trying to get off the ship early on disembarkation day. Why? Why are you fighting to get off the ship? I know you may have a flight to catch, but schedule your flight for later in the day. That's what I do. And then make sure you go to the buffet for breakfast, eat everything you can, and then just casually walk off the ship. The next one, booking the wrong cabin for your lifestyle. People book cabins like they are picking lottery numbers, random, chaotic, and full of regret. If you're an early sleeper, don't book under the pool deck. Unless you enjoy listening to chair legs dragging at 6 a.m. If you're sensitive to motion, skip the front of the ship unless you like roller coasters at 3 a.m. And if you need quiet, never, ever book next to elevators, crew areas, or connecting rooms. Do 10 minutes of research or talk to your travel planner and you'll save yourself 7 nights of melodrama. Don't assume all cruise lines are the same. They're not. Carnival isn't Royal, Royal isn't Celebrity, Celebrity isn't Norwegian, and none of them are Windsor. Each crew line has its own personality. You don't take your grandma on a spring break cruise, and don't spend your bachelor and bachelorette party on a cruise line known for knitting circles and early bedtimes. Pick the cruise that matches your vibe, not the price tag. Not budgeting for onboard extras. The cruise fare is the discounted appetizer. The real entree is those onboard charges, especially dining, drinks, Wi-Fi, spa, casino, shore excursions. Look, if you go in blind, your final bill will give you heart palpitations. Make a budget before you walk on the ship, or at least pretend to. Your wallet will thank you. The next one is don't ignore the crew's advice. The crew knows everything. What time to leave the ship, to beat the crowds, which beach the locals actually go to, and which port is maybe don't wander down that alley. If you want the inside scoop, ask your room steward, not the guy in the elevator wearing a t-shirt that said, "Let's get ship-faced." The next one, treating embarkation day like a competitive sport. People show up on embarkation day like it's running of the bulls, man. Relax. Have your documents ready. Don't be the family that holds up the line for 15 minutes because nobody can find passports and their app on their phone. And for the love of smooth sailing, carry on anything valuable or critical because bags will get delayed and you don't want to start your cruise wearing your airplane clothes until 8 p.m. And the last one. And our last one, be sure to take seasickness seriously. Even big ships will rock. And the ocean doesn't care about your confidence. Bring meds, patches, ginger candies, whatever your system plays nicely with. You don't want to spend day 2 praying to the porcelain gods while everyone else is having fun. So cruising can be fun, but only if you dodge the rookie mistakes that even seasoned travelers still make. The good news, you now know better. So book smart, pack light, hydrate, pre-book, and for the love of all things floating, show up on time. Thanks for listening to Travel Secrets with TV's Dave Galvin. Hit the like and share and follow, and we'll see you next week.